some criminals commit crimes alone, and there are criminal groups whose members have nothing better to do than commit crimes. This criminal organization may be traced back to Sicily, where they were first established under the control of foreign invaders antagonistic to the native Sicilians. The Sicilians responded by banding together to protect themselves. With the spread of this idea, criminal groups worldwide have amassed vast amounts of riches and influence. Furthermore, this movie will analyze the top 10 most prosperous criminal groups worldwide. 10th place, the Irish Mafia. As early as 1800, the Irish Mafia was already at work. When they first appeared, they were a collection of street gangs operating in port towns like New York, Boston, and Montreal, providing security and indulging in bootlegging. The Irish Mafia was originally a criminal organization that rose through the ranks of street gangs to influence politicians and the police force. This infiltration paved the way for the Irish Mafia's acceptance into the upper echelons of Irish society. As a result of their influence in politics, several of its members gained notoriety outside of it. The Cali cartel ranks 9th. This drug gang, which emerged during the 70s cocaine boom, is one of the most prosperous in the industry's history. Initially, the Cali cartel was only a small subset of Pablo Escobar Medellin's cartel. Even though the Cali cartel's leaders were mostly located in Colombia, their influence extended worldwide. The Cali cartel was not based around a single person like the Medellin cartel was. The company's autonomy allowed it to thrive in the pharmaceutical industry. This criminal organization is defunct because its top executives were arrested in the mid-1990s. However, the Cali cartel had a major effect on the illegal drug market. Cartel de Sinaloa, number 8. The Sinaloa cartel is widely regarded as Mexico's most powerful criminal organization. El Chapo Guzman, who has orchestrated some of history's most daring jailbreaks, is at the helm of the criminal organization. With an estimated $3 billion in annual profits, the Sinaloa cartel is among the world's wealthiest criminal groups. They are also believed to be responsible for over 60% of Mexico's $6.5 billion annual drug profits. 7th, the 'Ndrangheta. The Italian criminal organization known as 'Ndrangheta is said to bring in $4.5 billion annually. The 'Ndrangheta has its roots in Calabria, Italy, and dates back to the 19th century. The 'Ndrangheta of Calabria is currently the most powerful mafia organization in Italy and the most important cocaine trafficker in Europe. Historically, it has enjoyed solid support from its criminal associates. The 'Ndrangheta has widened its criminal and unlawful activities to include drug trafficking and investments in legitimate enterprises for money laundering. Camorra is the 6th most dangerous criminal organization. The origins of Camorra can be traced back to the 17th century. Originating in the city of Naples, it has been around for centuries. Among organized crime organizations, the Camorra is the most influential and well-known. The gang's finances are sustained by various forms of criminal activity, such as protection rackets, gambling, trafficking, and counterfeiting. It's believed that the company pulls in around $4.9 billion annually in sales. 5th, a trio is formed. While the triad movement can be traced back to the 18th century, it could not flourish due to interference from British colonists. Not only did the British colonialists put pressure on the triad, but so did the Communist government of China. They engage in illicit acts such as narcotics trafficking, prostitution, and money laundering. Gang members are expected to conduct themselves in a certain way and are very proud of their affiliation. The triad is still one of the most lethal criminal organizations due to its international connections. Yamaguchi Gumi is the 4th. Yamaguchi Gumi is the greatest criminal organization in Japan, bringing in an estimated $6.6 billion annually. Some of the things they do include pornographic content distribution on the internet and stock market manipulation. Millions of cash are made by this criminal group every year from extortion, gambling, guns, and human trafficking. The Russian Mafia is number 3. Dating back to the 18th century and the imperial period, the Russian mob is one of the most well-organized criminal organizations in the world. Under the communist authority, the Russian mob flourishes and permeates state institutions, whereas the triad collapses. This mafia has made significant inroads in the drug trade, international business, and illegal markets. The company pulls in around $8.5 billion annually. Yakuza, number 2. The Yakuza is one of the oldest criminal groups, with roots in the Edo period in 17th century Japan. They bring in almost $13 billion a year, making them one of the wealthiest criminal organizations in the world. The Yakuza see themselves above the law and as a chivalrous group, even though the Japanese police and media label them as criminals. They have such a huge impact on Japanese culture and society that the country's economy would tank if they were to suddenly disappear. The Medellin cartel is the most prominent. Pablo Escobar, the notorious cocaine lord, established the Medellin cartel. The Medellin cartel, much like its boss, is a well-organized and dangerous criminal enterprise that engages in terrorism, kidnapping, and the distribution of illegal drugs across Colombia. Escobar was one of the wealthiest gangsters in the world, and he controlled around 40% of the cocaine trade in Medellin. The Medellin cartel earns almost $20 billion per year. Which of these criminal organizations do you fear the most? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Those who haven't already should subscribe to this channel immediately. Your attention is appreciated.